Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Norton Design Lab. I'm Brad Norton, and today we're going to tackle a question that might make some of you squirm in your seats a little. Is your personal growth collecting dust? Go ahead. Look under your metaphorical intellectual sofa. Did you find a half-read self-help book? A dusty online login? Perhaps the ghostly echo of a New Year's resolution long forgotten? Don't worry, you're not alone. We've all been there, staring at our aspirations like they're a particularly challenging IKEA instruction manual. Here's the thing. In a world that's evolving faster than a caffeinated chameleon on a checkerboard, staying relevant is becoming increasingly challenging. It takes energy to keep yourself in the game. We live in an age where the half-life of a degree seems to be shrinking faster than my patience waiting for a large language model to render a complex image. I mean, remember when a bachelor's degree was your golden ticket? Now, it's more like your boarding pass. You still need to keep learning to reach your destination. The world of work, technology, and even our social interactions are constantly morphing. What was cutting edge yesterday can be a historical footnote by tomorrow. Your degree, no matter how prestigious, is only as good as its relevance in the current intellectual marketplace. It's like having a top-of-the-line smartphone from 2010. Impressive for its time, but good luck running today's apps. Think about it. The skills that were paramount 5 years ago might be automated or outsourced today. The knowledge you meticulously acquired at your university classes? It's a fantastic foundation, absolutely. But it's a foundation upon which you constantly need to build. It's like a house. You can have the most beautiful, sturdy foundation, but if you never add walls, a roof, or, plumbing, it's not much of a house or a home. It becomes a very well-anchored slab of concrete. Good news is, staying current doesn't require locking yourself in the library for weeks at a time, subsisting solely on stale coffee and existential dread. In fact, what I'm going to share with you today is a method that's not only sustainable, but remarkably effective, and it's something I've personally been leveraging over a decade. Now, for those of you who might wonder about the birth of topics that we analyze right here on the Norton Design Lab, allow me to unveil the rather potent yet deceptively simple practice. It's a daily ritual performed in the quiet space as dawn breaks and the coffee begins to brew. It's a mere 30 minutes, yet profoundly impactful. And let's be clear, this isn't some ethereal new age conjuring of prosperity or a vague self-affirmation. No, several years ago, a rather astute mentor of mine, a retired vice president from Campbell Mithun, posited a truth that resonated deeply with me. If you can find time to drink a cup of coffee, you can find time to develop yourself. This piece of advice, perhaps owing to my love of coffee, struck a chord. What we're discussing here isn't some abstract philosophical exercise. This is a practical, actionable approach, and its efficacy, as we'll explore, is supported by a surprisingly robust body of empirical observation. But before we dive into the how, let's talk about the why with a real-world example, a case study, if you will. Let's consider the incredible work by James Clear in his book, Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Now, Clear's central premise, which resonates deeply with my own 30-minute-a-day philosophy, is that tiny, consistent improvements accumulate into remarkable results. He argues that improvement of just 1% each day leads to a staggering 37 times better outcome over the course of a year. Think about that. 1% doesn't sound like much, does it? It's barely noticeable. But the compound effect is where the magic occurs. Clear illustrates this beautifully with a story about the British cycling team. For years they were, let's be charitable, consistently mediocre. Then a new performance director, Dave Brailsford, came in and implemented a strategy he called the aggregation of marginal gains. They didn't focus on massive overhauls. Instead, they obsessed over tiny improvements, slightly more aerodynamic seats, better pillows for the cyclist to sleep on, even finding the right type of massage gel. each improvement was minuscule, almost imperceptible on its own. But together, they transformed the team from a perennial underdog to Olympic and Tour de France champions. This isn't just about cycling. It's about personal growth. Those 30 minutes a day, it's your aggregation of marginal gains. It's not about trying to cram 3 hours of intense learning into one grueling session every few weeks. Think about it. Have you ever tried to devour a complex textbook in a single sitting, only to find that your eyes glazing over page 20, your brain feeling like a squeezed out sponge? It's not only less effective, it's practically a guaranteed way to foster resentment towards personal development. Imagine trying to build a skyscraper by pouring all of the concrete in one massive chaotic go. It would be a disaster. Instead, you lay brick by brick, floor by floor. Similarly, dedicating 30 minutes a day to focused learning, reflection, or skill development allows your brain to process, integrate, and retain information far more effectively. It allows for consistent reinforcement, turning knowledge into ingrained understanding and skills into automatic competencies. Why is 30 minutes a day better than 3 hours at once? Well, beyond the obvious exhaustion factor of the latter, there's some solid cognitive science at play. Our brains are not designed for sustained intense focus for extended periods of time. We experience what's known as attention fatigue. After a certain point, the quality of your focus diminishes rapidly. Think of it like trying to sprint a marathon. You might start strong, but you're going to hit a wall, and then it's all about sputtering forward. Conversely, shorter, more frequent bursts of learning leverage your natural attention cycles. The Pomodoro technique, for instance, which advocates for 25-minute work intervals followed by short breaks, is based on this very principle. These regular breaks allow your brain to refresh, consolidate information, and prepare for the next focused session. By engaging in personal development daily, even for just 30 minutes, you're creating a consistent rhythm, a habit loop that your brain can easily adopt. It's like tending a garden daily versus trying to weed it all at one exhausting weekend. Small, consistent effort prevents the weeds from taking over. Furthermore, consistency builds momentum. When you commit to 30 minutes every morning, you're not just learning, you're building a powerful habit. That habit, over time, becomes almost automatic, requiring less willpower and becoming a natural part of your routine. It's the difference between trying to push a boulder uphill versus giving a gentle, consistent nudge every day until it's all the way up at the top and ready to roll down the other side. Now, you might be thinking, Brad, 30 minutes? What can I even do in 30 minutes? My friend, that's where the magic of focused intent comes in. Here's what 30 minutes a day of dedicated personal growth looks like for me, and how it has directly fueled the content you see here on the Norton Design Lab. Deep dive reading. I'll often use this time to read a chapter or a specific section of a nonfiction book that's relevant to a skill I want to develop, a concept I want to understand better, or a problem I'm trying to solve. For example, when I was researching the psychology of user experience for a specific project, I dedicated 30 minutes each morning on reading Nudge, Improving Decisions About Health, Wealth, and Happiness by Richard H. Thaler and Cass Sunstein. This allowed me to break down a complex topic into manageable chunks, and those insights directly informed design choices for that project. Online course modules. There are incredible platforms out there that, with bite-sized lessons, instead of trying to binge watch an entire course, I'll dedicate 30 minutes to 1 or 2 modules. This allows me to absorb the information, take notes, and even apply it immediately rather than letting it become an overwhelming blob of data. Skill practice. If I'm working on a new software skill, say, or a new feature in design programming, I'll dedicate 30 minutes of hands-on practice. It's not about mastering it in that time, but consistently building muscle memory and familiarity. Over days and weeks, these small practice sessions compound into proficiency. Research and ideation. Sometimes my 30 minutes are spent exploring new trends, brainstorming video ideas, or just letting my mind wander on a specific problem in my mind. This is often where The initial spark for a new video topic ignites a seed planted in my mind during that quiet, focused time. This consistent daily engagement ensures that my knowledge base is constantly being refreshed and expanded. It's like having a perpetual intellectual fountain rather than a stagnant pond. And it directly translates into the quality and relevance of the content I bring to you on this channel. The insights, the strategies, the framework, they all stem from this consistent commitment to my own personal development. It's about constantly learning, not about having a degree and resting on my laurels. Let's talk about another example. Think about someone like Steve Jobs. But love him or loathe him, the man knew a thing or two about staying current. While he's known for his intense work ethic and visionary leadership, a significant part of his ability to operate across such disparate fields, personal computing, animation, music, and mobile phones, comes from a relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding. He famously dropped out of Reed College and then audited classes that generally and genuinely interested him, like calligraphy. It's not about a single degree. It's about continuously integrating new information and adapting, synthesizing diverse influences into a revolutionary product or two that redefined industries. Jobs didn't just understand technology. He understood design, marketing, and the human experience, weaving them together in a seamless whole. Let's consider another example. Think about the medical field. Doctors, by necessity, are lifelong learners. New diseases emerge and treatments are discovered, and technologies advance at a dizzying pace. A medical degree from 1990, while foundational, wouldn't suffice today without continuous education, attending conferences, reading journals, and adapting to new best practices. Their commitment to ongoing learning is a matter of life and death, quite literally. Your professional relevance, well, perhaps less dramatic, is just as critical to your career. So, how can you implement this 30-minute hack into your own life? Surprisingly simple, but it requires commitment. Step 1, identify your why. What skill do you want to acquire? What knowledge gap do you want to fill? What problem are you trying to solve? Having a clear objective will give your 30 minutes purpose. It's like having a destination before you start driving. Otherwise, you'll just aimlessly be cruising around and probably end up at the same fast food drive-thru you always end up at. Step 2, choose your weapon of knowledge, if that is. Is it a book, an online course, a specific podcast series, an article? Make sure it's something engaging and directly relevant to your why. Step 3, schedule it. It's non-negotiable. This is crucial. Treat those 30 minutes like a doctor's appointment. Put it on your calendar. For me, it's my morning quiet time. Usually between 6 and 6:30 a.m., before the rest of the house wakes up and the daily chaos begins. Find your sweet spot. Maybe it's during your lunch break or after the kids are in bed. The key is consistency. Step 4, eliminate distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Let your family know that you're in focus mode. These 30 minutes are precious, so protect it. And finally, step 5, be consistent, not perfect. Some days, 30 minutes might feel like a heroic feat. Other days, you might fly through it. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Even 15 minutes is better than 0. Power lies in the habit. To really dive deep into this, I recommend ordering a copy of Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a phenomenal book that lays out the science and practical strategies for building good habits and breaking bad ones. It perfectly aligns with the principles of this 30-minute hack. I've dropped a link in the description for you. And just as a heads up, as an Amazon associate, I may earn from qualifying purchases if you use that link, which helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. This isn't about becoming a hyper-productive robot. It's about being intentional with your time and recognizing that continuous learning isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for staying relevant, engaged, and impactful in a rapidly changing world. Your degree was a fantastic start, but Your ongoing personal growth is what will truly define your trajectory. Don't let your personal growth collect dust. Dust is for antique furniture, not the vibrant, evolving mind you possess. If you find this kind of video helpful, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so you're always in the loop about my latest uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Keep innovating, stay curious, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. Yeah, I'm going to be recording for just a few minutes, so yeah, I'll get back to you. We have everything all ready to go. Let's just start. Just understood